everyone. Welcome to Born to Shine, being brought to you by Genius Kids. I'm, of course, Miss Renu from Genius Kids. Always happy to be here on my favorite radio station, Radio Zindagi Jeja, with my best RJ right over there with her beautiful, is it red auburn? What do we call your hair?
Burnt sienna.
Sienna. Okay, her sienna.
I think.
Yes, of course. As you all know, this is a new show being brought to you by Genius Kids every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. And what is Born to Shine? You know, not everybody just wants to sit back and not shine. There's some kids that just have the ability to do anything, even achieve the impossible. And this show is about spotlighting those, I call them kids, youths, anyone from the age of 5 to 25. And it could be anything. We don't want to talk about academics on the show. We want to talk about what you're giving back to the community, your talent, your music, your acting, your singing, nonprofit, whatever, something different. Don't talk to me about math or anything else. I want to focus on the skills that I think are important life skills on this show. So welcome. And today, again, I'm really excited because it seems that all the talent always happens to come from Genius Kids. And I'm so proud to say that today I am actually going to interview this young gentleman who is just, I'm going to take his autograph after the show today because who knows, he may forget that I used to be his preschool teacher. This guy is just heading out there, and we're going to talk to Mama Meeta and Ayush on his journey into acting, voiceovers, and also writing a book. So welcome to the show, Ayush and Meeta. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I've got 2 more days before I turn the big 60.
Oh my.
Ayush, say something nice.
I need to touch
you don't look 60.
Does she look 60?
No,
Not at
she
all.
does not.
Looks 70.
That's why that look.
Ayush, at least look convincing.
Miss Renu, you have not aged at all for the last, 10 years that I know you?
Yeah.
10
you
years?
look the
Oh
same,
my,
and I'm
oh
sure you're going to keep on looking the same. You
I
actually
hope
keep
so.
looking younger, so
I
I don't know what
so.
you're drinking, but I need some of that.
I'm drinking orange juice every single day.
Oh, okay.
Sure. We believe you.
Yes. So Ayush, first of all, it's a pleasure to have you. And I'm just so proud. I still remember you as a little boy when your mommy brought you to our school. She was always asking, she asked a lot of questions. She was all those mummies who had all these questions before she brought her darling boy to our school. And it was just amazing to see how you've blossomed. So I'm going to begin by the first question, of course. How old are you?
I'm 8 years old.
You're 8 years old. Okay. And tell us a little bit about your grade and your school that you attend.
So I go to Fitterman Farm Elementary, and I'm in 3rd grade, and I do online classes, and it's pretty fun.
Are you doing online now because of COVID?
Yes.
Okay. So are you missing school?
Yeah, kind of. I miss interacting with my friends in person.
Okay. So you're into acting, you're into drama. We're going to talk about all of those things. So when did you want to get into acting? Was it something you wanted to do?
Well, I've always used to perform in the Roseville Theater, and one day out of the blue, my mom just said, "Hey, you do well in doing theater, and I also love to entertain people. I make my parents laugh all the time with my funny jokes." So she just said, "Do you want to join acting?" I was like, "Sure, I'll give it a try." And I started booking jobs and getting agents and all that stuff, and I started to really enjoy it.
Wow. So I know you were initially, Meeta, the question, you were living in the Bay Area, so you moved to Roseville, right? So
Yes.
when he started acting in theater and stuff, was it school plays? What was the journey?
No, so we actually, just as a after school activity, we found like this local theater. I mean, Ayush was always, very entertaining, he loves to sing. So we said, okay, there's some local theater. We want to support local businesses. So it's like, it's good after school thing. We didn't really think about it much think about it. And then he did a couple of plays there he was, I think, 5 or 6 at the time. And he started really enjoying it. Like he used to look forward to it. And then he had 2 shows. I mean, not big roles, but that's where it started.
Mm-hmm.
And I really started seeing him like looking forward to this. And I said, all right. I mean, that's where he really got the bug. He got the bug there.
So then you decided to enroll him into formal acting classes?
No, so it like I said, it just happened. We found out from a friend of ours that there was this local talent search that was actually, it was a global search that, was in San Francisco. and they were here for a couple of days, and they're like, oh, they're actually having open casting. You could take Ayush there maybe and see if if he would make it somewhere. I said, all right, we'll give it a try. So Kedar and I took him. Again, not thinking much of it. It was a weekend in San Francisco. We went there. It was at the Fairmont. We got through the first day. Then he got chosen the first day. He had to, go up
Made the
and
first round. Okay.
say a monologue, and got through the first round. And there was lots of kids. I mean, there were kids from all over the Bay Area and beyond. And then he got called in for the second day. And the second day, we found out that he's gonna now chosen to participate in, like, they kind of handpicked a few kids from each city. And then all the kids would now go to Florida in a Disney property and would have this, major, like, monologue, spotlighting that they're going to be agents there. And,
That was great.
if they like you, they'll pick you. And if not, have a great day. So we started training because they, provided all the training and everything. And it was a few months. And then we ended up going there, and it was like, a few days, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And every day there was different, things we had to do, Ayush had to do. And then by the last day, he got picked by 7 agents from, like, Canada, New York, obviously California. So we obviously picked LA because we are here. And that's how it all started, because, without representation, it's really, right. I mean, it really doesn't go anywhere, because you need to have an agent.
So Ayush, going back to you, how was it? I mean, you were competing with so many kids around you and you were doing these monologues. Were the monologues given to you on the spot, or did you have to prepare for them before?
I had to prepare for them. I had a script to memorize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was,
and how do you think how did you feel when you found out you were selected by all these agents?
I felt great. I felt like I could really do good in acting and actually make it somewhere, like on a big show.
Good. So tell us some of the shows. I'm looking at you've done so many things here. So where do I begin? So tell us maybe some of the things you've done with, like, television or Disney. I know you're on YouTube as well. You disappeared. Try not to move because you disappear off the screen. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about what's your most recent gig? Let's talk about your most recent gig.
My most recent gig, I can't really talk much about it since it hasn't aired yet, but I can talk a little.
Okay.
So it's a Netflix voiceover. And I'm playing the role of a Indian god kid. It's a kid of not an Indian god. It's actually a bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're doing the voiceover. You're doing the voiceover.
The voiceover. They can only hear my voice. And
it's a Netflix animation. It's going to be really cool. It's all Indian origin, and it's really a lot of fun.
Awesome. And then tell us something where you can actually talk about it. Something you've done. I think you did something with Disney or a web series. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a YouTube. I was a series regular on a YouTube channel called Marmerland, where we got to do, like, fun activities, play with slime, all that stuff, learn some new things. It was really fun.
In the Disney.
Andy Disney. I've been in Chuggington. One of the parts. Actually, 3 of them.
So, Mom, you have his YouTube channel now, right? You've put together a YouTube channel for him, right?
Yes.
Can you share that with us so that all the listeners know where to go and check him out?
Yeah, it's Hanging with Ayush.
Yes.
Hanging with Ayush, spelled Ayush.
Hanging with Ayush.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm seeing you did Chuggington season 6, right? You played the lead role in that one, right?
Yes, it was kind of short. And then last year, he did another Netflix show. Again, we don't, with COVID, production had been really, backed up, and it should have aired this year, but, I think it's going to probably air next year, but it's,
this year probably.
we can't really talk about it again, but, he actually shared the stage with Michelle Obama and Lionel Richie.
Oh.
I wasn't there, so I was very upset about that.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I just got Michelle Obama's book. And then I think there was a web series called The Cool School with Mr. Josh.
Yes.
Okay. What was that about? Tell us about that one.
We just got to learn new thing. It was like a school kind of activity where we got to go to different places like the farm, or just learn some new things like
through music.
Through music,
like Blippi,
Like Blippi, math and science through music.
Oh, okay. I was going to say like Blippi goes to places. I know, I know. And then you've got voiceovers, you've done theater, and then web series. Have you done any commercials?
Yes, I've done one commercial, a Walmart commercial, and I've done a How to Train Your Dragon commercial about a toy.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So let me ask you, you're so busy with all of this stuff. What about school?
Yeah.
Because most parents would say, I don't want you. Most Indian parents as well. Most Indian parents, oh, no, don't leave your studies.
Actually, that's a question for both of you, Ayush and mom.
Yeah. So
That's a show, like that's a 1 hour show. That's not even like that. I can't even cover that in like 10 seconds. You know, it's funny because yes, when we first started, even within our friend circle and immediate, extended family, everybody was like, what are you doing? I mean, everybody loved the fact that he was in it, but it was a hobby, again, like they just couldn't wrap their brain around that. Okay, this could be something serious, right?
Right.
And I also started like, okay, let him do it. He's enjoying, he's good at it. As parents, that's all we can do, right? Give them the tools and support them if that's what they want to do. But, it has actually helped him academically. I mean, he's always been really good in school, but,
right.
And you know that, Ms. Fran, he's been reading
Right,
from a
yes.
very young age. But,
Yes, you're right.
when you get into performing arts, right, especially acting, I mean, you're given like pages of scripts that you have to memorize,
Yeah.
right? You have to read, you have to dissect it, you have to analyze so his reading comprehension, writing, I mean, all that has actually helped them. The acting has
Yes.
actually helped them. So
because you're studying the character,
right, you're studying the
analyzing
character. I
situation,
mean,
right.
but so in school, he has no problem dissecting like a reading comprehension, like when he's having writing and reading, he's excelling in that because he's like, oh, this is a piece of cake for me. And then also it's California, right? I mean, it's mandatory to go to school, so it's not like we can skip that. It is hard, because when you have to go to auditions, you don't get much of an alert. It could be 24 hours. I mean, I could get a text right now and say audition tomorrow. So when he first started last year, I mean, we've only been in the industry for a year and a half. When he first started, he was going to a public school. So it was very hard because they don't really, support all this. So, daddy was putting him in the car. We're driving to, from Bay Area to LA because all the auditions are there.
Back and forth, man.
Back and forth. So he was doing that almost a whole year. And then when he was filming there, he was there like almost every month. So the school would, if you give them enough notice, they would get the paperwork ready. But if not, I mean, there are set teachers. I mean, there's mandatory school hours that they get credit for. So you're not just filming the whole day. And it's actually getting one-on-one teacher. It's like, it's better than being in school because you have a one-on-one tutor who's sitting with you for 4 hours or 6 hours or, just doing your schoolwork and, you getting your school credit. So I think academically it has helped him even more because he's getting that one-on-one attention and, it's worked out.
So Ayush, let me ask you, what mom's, and I know now you've moved, right?
Yes.
You guys mom and dad have moved.
So
in fact,
we are actually half and half. I mean, we are, I'm here because, my work is here. I haven't totally done the move yet. But Ayush,
you're still here in Northern California.
Ayush and his daddy is, yeah.
Wow. So Ayush, mom's talked about all the school and stuff. Do you feel sometimes, oh my God, it's too much and I have all the school work and then I have all these scripts to learn? How do you feel as an 8-year-old?
To be honest, I don't really feel that way. I mean, it's kind of like easy because I memorize pretty fast. I mean, I guess that was just a gift I was born with.
Wonderful.
This is interesting. Go on. No, actually, even I was going to ask, Ayush, did it ever get overwhelming for you when you were here and you had to, go to LA all the time, go to, travel all the distance all the time? Did it ever get overwhelming for you back then or even now, now that you have school and there's a lot of work as well? And,
actually, still no, because
try
I
not to move.
Stay in the frame.
You disappeared. Yeah, there you go. Stay in the frame. Yeah. Go ahead. You were
Yeah.
disappearing.
I don't get overwhelmed because I kind of enjoy it. We can listen to songs, look out the window, have fun.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right
So,
then.
yeah. What
Don't
where-
have
where
to
did
don't
you
have to listen to mommy every day. What now? Why wouldn't you have fun with that?
Hmm.
You know,
I
be
knowing
just be
knowing
with
Ayush,
dad.
knowing Ayush, she's probably telling dad what to do.
I yes, that's
Not
exactly
her
what's
now.
happening.
Yep. Dad, why don't you go make dinner now, and we'll grab a quick drink before the next rehearsal.
Okay. So Ayush, when mom was talking about auditions and when you had gone to Disney and there were these monologues and stuff, did you ever get nervous? And even now, what would you tell kids your age, or what would you tell anyone who gets nervous before a performance? Since you clearly have overcome that very well.
I do get nervous whenever I
you?
go to an audition. Yeah. I get
Okay.
really nervous. I'm like, okay, am I going to do good? What if they don't like me? But I get confident to I'm going to nail this. I'm going to show them what I got. And I bring my 110%.
Oh, okay.
Just bring your confidence. Be confident.
Excellent.
Do you
That's
wanna
a
have a
true genius kid
motivational-
right there, huh?
Does Ayush want to have a motivational talk show on radios in the
I think he does.
to know?
Yeah, I think he does. He needs a motivational
He
talk.
should.
So Ayush, let me ask you, most kids, you touched on a very important point that most kids would worry that what if I don't get this, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
Many kids worry about, they consider not getting something as failure. Have you ever been, you probably have already, have you ever been in auditions where you didn't get them? Oh,
Mhm.
where did you
I've
go?
been in a lot. There are more no's than yeses, but
Okay. How do you handle those?
I mean, I handled those just fine. I don't know about other kids. They may think it's like failure, like they didn't do good. But hey, you at least bring your 110%. Yeah, so as long as you bring your 110%, you'll be good to go. If you don't get it, just remember that you brought your 110%, that you did your best.
So, wow, that's great confidence and that's great attitude. And for those who are listening in, you're talking to Ayush. He's only 8 years old. He's already making commercials, Disney movies, voiceovers. And we've also know you wrote your first rap song when you were 5 years old, right?
Yes.
What was that rap song? Sing it for us. Do you remember it?
I think it was Eye of the Tiger.
No,
Okay, go
it was a Ghostbuster song.
Oh, that one in the mall. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give us a few lines.
I can't really remember what it was. But I'll try to improv it. Don't be afraid because Marshmallow Man's gonna. But hey, I can't remember what it was.
It was in Home Depot.
Yeah, I climbed. There was
Yes.
this like ladder thing, and I literally climbed on that, and I started singing.
Yes.
Cool. Hey.
And
Why was
of
that
course,
game?
mommy wasn't with him, right? So I get this
No, of
video
course, yeah.
from daddy,
Dad was
this
probably shopping
my
and then
kid on a ladder, like wrapping Ghostbuster stuff in Home Depot. I'm like, what is going on?
so I can just visualize Kedar is paying at the cash register and he realizes his son's got missing and he's hanging from a ladder. So where do you see yourself, Ayush? Let's say you're 8 now. So let's talk 10 years from now when you're 18 years old. Where do you see yourself and where do you want to be?
I want to be a doctor.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna
Is
be
that the Desi gene talking?
Yes, he's a doctor and an actor. He's gonna be all. He wants to be all.
Okay. So you want to be a doctor. Wonderful. Okay.
I
What
also
about
want to
acting?
be in like a Disney show or a Disney movie, but somewhere in Disney, whether it's a voiceover or something.
But don't you
Well-
want to do this full time? Why do you want to be a doctor?
But because I love helping people and I
Mhm.
love to see people be happy.
Well, maybe
good.
you could be the next Dr. Vin Gupta. You could be a doctor and then you get to be on television.
Yeah.
And you're
Yes.
getting to do both, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Yes, wonderful. And Meeta, where would I mean if you were to for parents who are listening in who've got talented kids, but they all worry about, oh no, I want them to do this and that, and
Yeah.
for this reason they might lose their attention. What would your message be out there for parents who are listening in?
It's again, you gotta first of all, I mean, I also meet parents that, I mean, as you know, in the last decade or so, I mean, it's in the entertainment business, representation has changed a lot. And you see more and more South Asian actors and, creatives that are just like flooding in, and it's just going to get better from here. So if your child definitely has the genes and the bug, and they really want to do this, I think you should really support it. But then I've also met the set of parents who really push their kids to do this, and their kids don't want to do this. And it's the message is really strong for those, because I've met those parents as well, that you could clearly see the kids are not enjoying it, and it's a push coming from the parents. That it's a shift, because before it was just the opposite, and now I see a little bit of a shift where they are pushing them towards performing arts. But again, you got to find out first and foremost if this is what your kid really wants to do. That's a conversation Kedar and I had with him. We still do every day, because it starts from home, and if there's something that he wants to do, we are behind him 100%. But if tomorrow he wakes up and says, you know what, I'm done, he's done. There'll be no ifs, ands, and buts. There'll be no pressure from us. It's really at the end of the day what he wants to do. And as parents, we are here to give him the tools. And it's a lot of commitment, not from just the talent. It's a family commitment, because it takes a lot of
time, a lot of weekends,
a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice, and you have to be committed, and it's not a joke. So, and time is money, and producers in Hollywood they don't play games. So it's something, if they really want to do it and you think they have the talent, absolutely. I think 100% they should be supported.
So Ayush, your message to all the kids out there who want to do this, but are scared to go tell their parents that this is what they really want to do, because all they hear is, no, you have to be a doctor, you have to be an engineer, you have to be just like Dadaji and Nanaji and this and that. And they're like sitting there, go, no, but I want to be like Shah Rukh Khan. And now they're watching the show and they go, I want to be like Ayush. I want to be like just like him. What would your message be to those kids? How do you go tell your parents what you want to do?
Well, I mean, if you want to do acting, then you go do acting. I mean, follow your dreams. I mean, your parents should support you 100%. And they shouldn't be like, oh, you need to be a doctor. You need to be an engineer. You need to be a sheriff. I don't know.
Sheriff.
Do you have any lines?
Indian parents telling their kids to be a sheriff, but why not?
Do you have any lines you can share with us from any one of your roles or anything that you remember?
I can share one line. This was from the Ye Happy voice. I guess I can say the name.
No, don't say the name.
Just say it.
Is that where you're playing the Indian kid? Is that where you're playing the Indian kid?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear that.
Go ahead. Say your line.
And this is my dad. that was one of the lines. Yeah.
This is
played
my
like
dad.
the kid virgin.
My genius kid right there.
I know, this is your genius kid.
Yes. So we have a few more minutes before we wrap up. And I really, really want to say, I'm so proud of you, Ayush. I'm just so proud. It's amazing. When these little babies come into our school, you never know which direction they're going to go. And it's so wonderful. I get so many knocks on my door and kids will walk in and they're now taller than me. And some of them have beards and they'll be like, hello, Ms. Renu. I'll be like, who are you? Look, I've come to tell you this is what I've done, and it's just, it's so heartwarming for me to be able to see, especially when you talk about confidence and your acting, public speaking, drama. That's what I'm so passionate about. So I feel so wonderful, and I'm just so happy, and I hope one day and you will continue to follow all your dreams and be a doctor, so I can come to you, get treated, and get some humor while I'm getting treated. So what should we look out for? I know you can't take the names of any shows, but anything special? And what's your favorite that you've been that we can go on your YouTube and watch today?
My favorite show that I've been in is probably Marmorland, because we got to do a lot of fun stuff. I met a lot of new people.
A lot of life lessons, doing kids
I've
activities.
made a lot of new friends.
Good. You want to do a shout out to any one of your friends?
Hayden.
Good.
Hayden. Yeah, she's a pretty
Okay.
big star. So if you're watching this, shout out to you.
And what about some cute girls, Ayush?
Yes.
Yes, look at that.
Girls.
Look at mom's face. Yes.
Yeah. Ayush, come on, give a shout out to some cute girls over here.
Mommy, of course. I mean, who else?
There
Come
you
on
go.
now. And Miss Renu.
Yes.
There you go. Yes, of course. Well,
Awesome.
Hayden, you're lucky to have such a wonderful friend who gave you a shout out. And again, Meeta, Ayush, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it's an honor. Thank you so much. And Kedar, if you're there, maybe you can, between the screen going in and out. Where's Kedar?
I'm right here.
He's right.
Come on over here.
Hello.
He's behind the computer.
He's
He's
behind the
behind the
computer.
scene.
Okay,
He's
well,
behind the scene guy.
he's
Yeah.
behind the scene guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Well,
cute. he doesn't believe in spotlight.
It's not his thing.
It's not his thing.
oh, it's not his thing.
It's not his thing.
Special shout out to Kedar as well, because of
Thank
course,
you.
without Daddy's support, you can't do all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And keep rocking, and we're going to just chime in, and we're going to make sure that we keep following you on YouTube, and Mom, keep posting all these amazing.
Absolutely, we will.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
of
you
course.
for having the show and having us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you. And
Bye,
yes,
Mom.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye-bye,
Thank-
Mr. Renu.
Bye. Thank you for being
Bye-bye.
here. It was fun. It was, interesting to hear Ayush speak. I mean, he's 8, physically age 8, but he's like way beyond his years with the
Yes, of
wisdom
course.
and the confidence that he has. It's amazing. So Ayush,
Genius
nice
kids will
meeting
do
you.
that to you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
All right, there we go. So
Good
listeners,
genes,
again,
good genes and genius kids together make a great
good genes
combination.
and genius kids, yes. So this show, listeners, is all about kids who are born to shine. So if you know somebody, if you know a kid who has, who's born to shine, who's doing something in any field which is extraordinary, write to Miss Renu, and she can definitely help you bring them to spotlight over here. Her email address is rennud@gmail.com, and this show happens every Friday 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Oh,
only on
Wednesday.
Radio Zindagi.
Wednesday.
Not really Friday, excuse me. Happens every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. to 8
Correct.
p.m. Feels like a weekend already.
All right.
And this video will remain here, so do share. Thank you, Mr. Renu. Thank you, Ayush. Thank you, Meeta.
everybody.
See you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.